What's going on, y'all? Working on a WJ. So I'm going to bring you guys along. I already did the front lowers. I used a rear JK lower. Shortened it a couple inches. Sleeved it with some 1/8 inch DOM. A couple plug welds. Welded the ends. Left enough space so I didn't melt this bushing. Quenched the bushing without quenching the weld while it cooled. And turned out excellent. Huge benefit to this over buying just cheap control arms that you're going to get from some of these aftermarket companies. When you get like fixed control arms from these companies, they are set to a length that is it's a compromise. Okay, it's made to work with the factory upper control arms on usually your 3 or 4 inch lifts. They move your axle back towards your body. They reduce your wheelbase, and you're still running factory uppers. I hate it. This is free. There's a ton of guys that love to just get rid of these arms. They're tired of having them around, or they're more than happy to get rid of them. I was thankful. I go online. I put up a post in my local Jeep groups, and I ask, hey, does anybody have any JK arms they want to get rid of? And a gentleman gave me 16 arms in an assorted variety, and I was very thankful for that. So if you're watching, thank you. So I explained how I did the front. The rear is going to be very similar, but I'm not going to make it as strong. The front has an impact load force put on it. It's compressing. The rear is being pulled apart. So because of that, it's less likely to bend. Now, if you're bouncing it off rocks, what I just said goes out the window. It's an outside force. We're talking about regular forces that your Jeep's going to see. So instead of wasting my DOM, I found out that this front upper JK arm fits inside this rear lower JK arm. So I'm going to use this to sleeve this, and that should be plenty strong. I'll probably do 4 plug welds on each side, 8 per arm, and a weld around the middle. We should be good to go. So if you guys have questions, anything else you want to see, leave it in the comments below. Got my inner sleeve pressed in. This is a real nice tight fit. I had to hammer it together. Definitely think once this is nice welded up, I'm not going to have any issues with this. So I ended up taking a little closer to 1 1/8 off. I got to measuring again and looking at things, and I just didn't think 1 inch was going to get me there, so I did an extra 1/8 for good measure. It probably didn't make a difference, but whatever. I made sure this is, I guess you'd call it, clocked nicely. So this is, we ain't got them all cattywampus. As far as my holes not being perfectly even, I just eyeballed them. You can take the time to measure and lay them out. Here's how you do a couple plug welds. I'm going to finish welding this up. I'll bring you guys back. Alright, I got this all welded up. I'm definitely going to clean up some of the splatter, but you can see I ended up having to do 2 passes around it. The groove was just a little bit deep for me to fill up with 1 pass, and quite a few starts and stops, but plenty strong. It'll hold up just fine, so I'm going to smooth this off. I'll give you one last glimpse at it, and then call it a night. Alright, there's the finished product. I didn't completely smooth them down or anything. I mainly just got the weld splatter off. I like to just leave my welds on there. That's your strength. Like I said, there's a lot of starts and stops on that, but that little tube without a positioner, I don't really know how you would go without some start and stops, but like I said, there's 2 passes there, 8 plug welds. She's strong. She's real strong. So I hope you guys learned something, or if anything, got a little entertainment out of it. If you have any questions or anything like that, leave it in the comments below.